Frankie Muse Freeman lived a remarkable 101 years. She was a mother, lawyer, wife, and a civil rights activist. Miss Freeman was born in Danville, Virginia, November 14, 1916. As an African-American youth, Miss Freeman faced racial discrimination on a daily basis. She spent her life fighting discrimination and establishing civil rights policies. Because of segregation, Miss Freeman attended all black schools, grade school, middle school, high school, college, and law school. Frankie Muse Freeman broke barriers by spending her life fighting racial discrimination. Miss Freeman helped end racial discrimination in housing and in schools. Miss Freeman was also the first African American woman to win a major civil rights case, Davis versus the St. Louis Housing Authority. Miss Freeman was also the first person of color and the first woman to be appointed to the United States Commission on Civil Rights. From 1938 to 1939, Miss Freeman moved to New York and married Shelby Freeman. Soon after, her daughter Shelby is born. In 1944, Miss Freeman enters Howard University School of Law. In 1946, her son Butch is born. When Freeman arrived in St. Louis in 1948, she wrote to several law firms. After not hearing back from any of them, she decided to establish her own private practice. After she started her practice with pro bono divorce and criminal cases, she became established as a lawyer. She then decided to become active with the Democratic Party and the NAACP. In 1952, after Miss Freeman moved to St. Louis, she was the lead attorney in Davis versus the St. Louis Housing Authority, which led to the end of public housing racial discrimination in St. Louis. The Frankie Muse Freeman Estates in the Ville, St. Louis are 15 three-bedroom homes built in her honor and provides affordable housing for citizens. The reason for this is for Miss Freeman's participation in Davis versus the St. Louis Housing Authority, which led to the end of St. Louis public housing discrimination. Thank you, Miss Freeman. In 1964, Frankie Freeman was the first woman to serve as a member of the United States Commission on Civil Rights. Miss Freeman was appointed by President Jimmy Carter as the first Inspector General of the Community Service Administration in 1979.
Hello, my name is Miranda Jones. I'm the Vice President for Youth, Family, and Clinical Services here at Better Family Life. I've been with Better Family Life for 15 years, and I remember when we named the room upstairs after Miss Freeman. Miss Freeman, to have a room named after such a powerful woman who gave so much to this community and to education, it means the world to me. I think it's, especially BFL being in a old school building, and but her being a person that actually integrated, helped to integrate schools, having a room named after her here is a very honor.
This room, located at Better Family Life, the former Emerson School building, houses the workforce development, where people are trained for technical careers. Miss Freeman filed a lawsuit to desegregate the St. Louis Public Technical High School successfully. This was to ensure that the black tech school Washington Tech and the white tech school Hadley Tech had equal curriculum. Miss Freeman later filed a case against SIU School of Dentistry to admit its first black student. This case was in 1976.
Technical high school for black students, Hadley Technical High School for white students. They then decided to put a course in airplane mechanics at the white school. The Bruden brothers saw this in the paper about it, and by this time they were all interested in airplanes and all. So they saw that was going, and they were high school students. And I don't know where they were going, but anyway, they wanted to go to Hadley and take this course. Of course, their father went to the school, and they were denied. In the meantime, the NAACP learned about this. We took the appropriate first steps to take, and of course it was denied, so we filed suit in circuit court, state.
Other than the classroom at Better Family Life, are there any other memorials of Miss Freeman in the St. Louis area?
Yes, there's a very special one. There's a statue of her in Keener Plaza, which the St. Louis NAACP commissioned and had erected. That's a very special place. It's like a destination. You can go there and have events there, but it's down in Keener Plaza across from the old courthouse, and everyone should see.
Frankie Muse Freeman was honored with this statue downtown at Keener Plaza across from the old courthouse building. Miss Freeman was also awarded with a star on the St. Louis Walk of Fame. In 1999, Miss Freeman was appointed to oversee a landmark settlement that ended a St. Louis area desegregation case, which resulted in inter-district busing, resulting in integrated classrooms. In 2003, Miss Freeman published her memoir titled A Song of Faith and Hope, The Life of Frankie Muse Freeman. In 2007, Miss Freeman retires as a practicing attorney. In 2015, President Obama appointed Freeman to the Commission on Presidential Scholars. Miss Freeman sadly passes away January 12, 2018, at a remarkable 101 years old.
And tells us the story of Freeman and how her legacy will live on.
I definitely wouldn't be the person that I am without her.
Jasmine Ferguson is a member of Delta Sigma Theta. Frankie Muse Freeman was once its president. Ferguson was inspired by Freeman to take the same career path.
Recently, I've thought about going to law school after graduation.
It's a career goal she never thought would be possible if it wasn't for Freeman's courage and determination.
It is because of her that I can see myself having a bigger purpose in life.
Ferguson is one of hundreds of people Freeman influences in some way.
St. Louis public school students and I benefit from Miss Freeman's efforts. We will never forget what she has done for us. Miss Freeman's motto she lived by was, "To whom much is given, much is expected." She has given so much by fighting to protect our civil rights, helping to integrate housing, and helping to integrate public schools. She shared these things with me before she died in 2018. She said, "We are expected to do our homework, to work hard, and to make positive contributions to our society."